In doing this back test, we're testing out what the numbers are on currencies that are just super liquid. And so what we did was we took the major currencies and just put them against the dollar. And rather than the other ones, we have the British pound versus the euro or any of those kind of things, even though that's probably very liquid, we're just doing these top ones. And this particular run on $100,000 came out with a positive number of 3254, which is really off. And I'll show you. We're going to adjust for it. The program says, well, when you have a loss of $500, you get out. True, but it doesn't. But right now we have it configured so it only gets out at the close and only enters at the close. Well, entering at the close all the time is okay, and we might do better if we entered at the value, which we'll get to at a later point in time. But right now it just does the close, and if so, we can adjust for the close exits by simply saying, well, okay, if there's a close exit like over here of this high number or this high number, which are over $500, we just knock them down to $500 and go from there. Okay, so what we did was we did all these test runs, like we did this one here, for the different ones, and then adjusted for that $500 thing. So here's a British pound, for example. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times when that occurred. And at the end, we're going to take off whatever comes about and take off 10% if there's a profit, because, or even a loss, we're going to add a negative value of 10% because we might have missed something. So we'll do that just for good measure in case we missed anything, commissions or anything like that. Okay, so here we have a whole bunch more, and we can see from the Canadian dollar US, we come out with this number, and this is after the adjustments. All right. Okay. And yeah, here's a regular loss. This one's a loss of, no, it's not. Where's a regular loss? Here we go, $206. It's a regular loss, and it exited on the close. And it wasn't a max loss, so it exited on the proper value. Okay, being hit rather than on the max loss thing. So anyway, so we'll just adjust for that with the $500 thing in here. We did that, and then later on we'll take off 10% on these numbers here that we're looking at. So what does this mean? Well, if we add all these numbers up of all 6 currencies, we come up with $17,000. So you take a couple of thousand off, you got 15. So you have 15% on 100,000 if you're using 6 times leverage. Normally in currencies, people are using something other than 6 times leverage. It's very common for people to use, well, IB, for example, lets you use up to 30. Now, if you use up to 30, you'd come out with a number like this here, and you got to take 10% off that, for example. Let's say if you take 10,000 off, which is more than 10%, you come up with 75, and 75 on $100,000 is 75%, and that's really outrageously good. And if you knock down your leverage a bit, you come to these numbers here, which are still pretty darn good. So this is the preliminary test results. We have we have so much more work to do on the software, and we will get to all those other things in due time. But this is just a very simplistic thing that we've put together that doesn't even really reflect the kind of stuff we're out to do. We'd like to do a bit better than this. So we'll see. And that's what we have so far. Okay, talk to you later.